Here.
How
Daniel
are you?
Mancini is here, and he's here with a show-only price on something that always flies out of here. In fact, winner of Best Sauce, how many years in a row?
Oh, 4 years
4
at
years
least.
in a row at least. For the first time, we're seeing that you have the option of not only Homestyle and 3 cheese, but you can have the option of getting both. And these are jars that you asked for that are only available here at QVC. You cannot find Mama Mancini jars anywhere else. So the offer is 4 jars of Homestyle. These are 24-ounce jars, or 4 jars of the 3 cheese, making you 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 different meals when you put these jars to work. I'm thinking church socials.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, family gatherings,
Absolutely.
of course. I'm thinking hosting some sort of March Madness moment. You want to give somebody a little bit of something while their brackets are breaking. They want
soup starters.
Soup starters.
They're literally
chili
the
starters,
best soup starter.
all the
And
things.
you know what? Pantry safe up to a year. You want to have 4 jars of sauce at all times in your pantry.
Yeah.
Because it's like an emergency solver.
Yep.
It's Tuesday night. Look, it's pouring out. You don't want to go out. Get a pound of pasta. Open up a jar of Mama Mancini sauce.
You have dinner.
10 minutes, dinner is
All of
ready.
a sudden, it's a meal. So I'll share with you, you've got your choice of the Mama Mancini in the Homestyle or in the 3 cheese, or you can get the set of 4 that's 2 of each, which has never been offered before.
Right.
$39.98. 4, as you heard Daniel Mancini say, shelf stable. It's an ingredient story, Daniel, and
Yes.
it's also a flavor story. So give me a brief highline on the profile of each one. That's
Absolutely.
the 3 cheese.
This is a 3 cheese.
Yep.
So we start with rich tomatoes,
Yeah.
right, that we process. And then we add the Romano, the Asiago, the Parmesan cheese. We add a little garlic, a little onion, real simple, and cook that down. And you have that burst of that 3 cheeses. It's absolutely delicious and not a sauce you're going to find
And
anywhere
I can
else.
taste the cheesiness of it.
Yes.
That's what's
Yes.
really nice, right?
Yes.
And the tomatoes are smooth and silky.
Yes,
They're
we don't
not ones
skimp.
that are loaded with, like that make your stomach feeling acidic.
That's right.
200 of these have been snapped up already. So that was the 3 cheese.
Yes.
Are we going to Homestyle
Yeah,
over here,
so this
please?
is the Homestyle.
Yep.
So we start with our tomatoes again. This one's just a little bit chunkier than the other
Chunkier
one because we
experience.
also add some thicker tomatoes.
Look at it.
And then
You
we
can
add
see.
the herbs and the spices, a little bell pepper. This is absolutely delicious. No sugar added to that, right?
I'm seeing
And it's
chunkiness
just-
in here.
you see-
What's the chunky cut on things?
So we use the puree tomatoes that we do like here
Yep.
as a base, and then we also add some diced tomatoes for texture. And that's so absolutely delicious.
And this one feels really, the Homestyle feels, that's Italiano.
Yes.
The cheesy one feels really cheesy.
Yep.
And very creamy.
Yes.
The Homestyle one definitely gives you the spices of like an Italian moment.
And I love, Rachel, I have to tell you, I love the idea of the combo because
Yo.
you get to try both. And again, pantry safe for up to a year, and you're going to be able to make all of this, and that's a lot of food. And if you do the math of what this is,
That's 24 meals.
24
right?
meals.
24 meals, brand new today. Never before have we been able to offer you the
Yes.
combo with 2 of them. So if you do the 24 meals, it's like $1.66 a meal.
Crazy.
Right?
Yes.
$39.98. You've got pasta that you already have in your pantry, whatever kind, whether it's noodles or it's just thin spaghetti
Yeah.
or the regular spaghetti. Let's go down front. What do we have? What do we make
so you know
here
what
with
we
the
did there?
sauce? Yeah.
We did chicken parm over some tortellini.
Okay.
Really simple, because we also have our Mama Mancini's chicken
Yeah.
that's available. But again, in minutes, because sauce takes forever to make. So this takes us hours and hours and hours. Here we have a baked tortellini.
Here, right here.
And here we have a classic
Pretty.
eggplant parm on your side there.
Easy.
Right?
And then here is that really clean.
There it is.
We call this the clean sauce deck. If you come on over here, Em, what are the ingredients that we have in here that you put in this sauce that really are in your pantry if you're like a discerning, going to the vegetable market person?
Yes, so we start with tomatoes, you have parsley, you have onion, you have the garlic, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then we add the herbs. You have parsley, basil, a little bit of oregano, and then the 3 cheeses that go into the 3 cheese. Romano, Asiago, and Parmesan over there, and plenty of it. And it gives it that rich, delicious flavor, which is so
I feel
amazing.
like the rough cut, veggies that you get into the Homestyle. So, I mean, you can even see in the 2 jars. I'm just going to show this. I'm going to grab one for each. Em, can you see? Let's come on in. So this is the 3 cheese. You see how the creaminess of the 3 cheese? And then you can see, do you see the seasoning going on in the Homestyle? Like you can actually even see the spices in the Homestyle, and then the 3 cheese is more just kind of just a straight red. So that's the difference. I would get the combo with it, which is both. Because the 3 cheese, you taste all the cheeses.
Yes.
You taste, it's like tomato with a cheesy ribbon running through it. So here's the update on what's happening. Over 600 of these have been picked up. 300 folks are placing orders right now. So Homestyle right now is getting very, very limited. Combo is most popular. Show only price means we won't have a better price on this for at least 3 months. So what are you doing between now, March, April, May, June? You know, what are you preparing between now and June that you'd use a sauce? And this really is the sauce that is the foundation for everything. So if you are making a soup, if you're making a chili, if you love to make meatloaf and you want a sauce, because Daniel Mancini has great meatloaf, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
All of the meatballs that Daniel Mancini has, you want to put extra sauce on them, you've got extra sauce on hand. His meatballs always come with sauce, but if you want to just dip more and make it a soupy sauce, you've got the ability to do that. And just like a protein, Daniel, that you have in your pantry, you know, or in your freezer, if you've got a protein on deck, and you have one of these sauces,
done. Dinner is done.
Dinner is done.
Dinner is done.
I feel like that should be D-I-D. Dinner is done.
Dinner is done.
Did.
And
so if you have these sauces in your pantry, which will last for how long?
A year. A year. And the other thing is, we don't offer this to anyone else, anywhere else. This is a QVC exclusive. You can only get our sauces here, and especially these two. And it's nowhere else can you get this.
Tell us about Anna Mancini, because I'd love to spend a little time on
so she's
Mama
going to pop up now. So my grandmother came from Italy in 1921. You're going to see a picture of her holding me in the backyard of her home in Brooklyn. There it is. They traveled over from Bari, Italy on that exact boat, which is unbelievable. And that's the log when she signed in. And when she got here, she said to me, you know, when I was growing up, she said, you know, when me and Grandpa's feet hit the ground in Ellis Island, we were American. But she always kept the Italian traditions. And her sauces were of the best. And, you know, we bring them here in jars because you asked for it. If you remember, we only did sauce in frozen pouches.
In pouches. So it used to be that Daniel would have the meatballs, he'd offer you a little bit extra sauce with it. You were like, I love the pouches, but really, I don't want them to be in my freezer. For example, I don't have the room. I have something that's shelf stable. Can I have a jar? So here he's bringing the jars at the best price available. Can we walk through these again, if you wouldn't mind? If somebody's just joining us.
Yes.
Homestyle. And maybe you haven't even seen Homestyle because this isn't what you won best sauce for.
Right. So we always start with our base tomato
of the best sauce.
Right? And this is something that's super special. We don't do it all the time because it is very complicated and there's a lot that goes into this. So the Homestyle starts with our sauce. We also add a little chunkier tomato to it to give us some texture. Then you have the parsley, the onion, the garlic. This does have a little pop of Romano cheese.
Is there basil in?
There's basil in
this.
There's a little bit. Yes, there's basil in there. And then when you get over to the
chunky,
right? There's a chunkier tomato.
Cuts on this chunky tomato in here. And I'm sorry, Frank, did you say Homestyle? Over 1,000 of these have been spoken for. Homestyle is kind of being a runaway hit right now. And you can see how chunky it is, right?
It's absolutely delicious. And to have this at the ready in your pantry.
Like your mommy made it.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because that's the love we put into it. We make it the way my grandmother made it. No added water, no added preservatives, none of those ingredients you don't want on your table, just a lot of love and time.
And then the 3 cheese.
The 3 cheese.
Let's talk about this one if you come on in here, Em.
Yeah, let me put this in here for you. So the 3 cheese, we start with our award-winning tomato sauce, and then we add the same herbs. Then we add Romano, Asiago, and Parmesan cheese, and blend that into the sauce. And it's not overpowering, but it gives you the opportunity to have a sauce cheese without having to add more cheese. It's there.
It's not overpowering, it's perfection.
Thank you.
Manja.
It's amazing. And again, if you have a protein on hand and you've got a jar of Mama Mancini sauce,
you have dinner.
You have a dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner is done. You're fully taken care of.
You're taken care of.
Thank you so much, Daniel Mancini.
I love this.
Continue to place your order. Show only price. Price goes up. Easy pay goes away now in about an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.
All right, listen.